Well, good morning. How are you all today? And welcome to Integrative Preparedness. I'm Steve Smith. I want to talk to you today about what preparedness path you're on. Are you on the path of peace or panic? Grab yourself a cup of whatever you drink. What is it, Saturday morning? Yeah, Saturday morning. July 5th. Overnight there were some mass shootings that happened. They weren't like mass shootings like T attacks or anything like that. They were just the normal devolution of society, the normal collapse of society across our country by a bunch of thugs, who like to do thuggery and such as that. I'll probably talk about that over on the American Revival channel, but not here. Here I just want to talk to you all. By the way, it's drizzling. It's a rainy day. I was going to do some workout on the patio. And just put in a new deck and I'm putting in a new patio. I don't know if it rains harder, I'll have to get back to writing I'm going to write on the 8th book anyway. This little bit here for new people. By the way, welcome to all the new people. We've had a whole lot of new people joining us lately, and a special welcome to all of you who have joined us on the Patreon channel. You have found that over on the Patreon channel, you get a lot more over there than you get on the YouTube channel, right? So welcome to you. And if you're not with us over there, yes, you can join. You can come over with us. And it only costs you $1 a month or $5, depending on what level you want. And you can do that. And the link is down below, and you'll be glad you did. By the way, do you see this T-shirt? You see this cool T-shirt? This was made Integrative Preparedness. This was made for me by Jennifer Hoskins, Mike Hoskins' wife. A great people, great family. I won't embarrass Mike by talking too much about it here, but he is over. You will see his posts over on the Patreon channel. Very, very smart guy. He is one of our resident experts in AI and machine learning and computers and communications and all of that. So I love this shirt. What a neat shirt it is, right? For those of you who are new to us, I usually start every video just kind of chatting like this and tell you what's going on, and then we will get to the subject. And it kind of irritates those people too who just want to come on and get free fear, saying, you took 3 minutes to talk about whatever, or your books or whatever. And so that's an added bonus to irritate, those types of people. For the rest of you good folks who kind of enjoy sitting down and having a cup of coffee and chatting for a minute, let me have one more sip, and then I'm going to talk about peace or panic, right? So, most of the preparedness world, as you know, is driven by fear and panic. And you've heard me say for a long time that when you do something out of fear / panic, panic being exaggerated fear, for the most part, you're going to waste time, money, and effort. And it detracts from your life. Not only does it not really add to your preparedness, because in many ways, the people who do it that way are doing it wrong, but it subtracts from the peace that you have today, right? What's the story of the two wolves? I should have looked this up. I've heard it a number of times. But I don't remember exactly. Some of you will know, right? You have two wolves in you, and one is, I don't know, good. Let's just say good and bad, right? And I know the story's different than that. The story is more complete and probably has a lot more meaning, but it comes down to good and bad. Positive, negative. Let's put it that way, if we don't want to use good and bad, which carries with it kind of a good versus evil connotation. And the question is, which one wins? There goes two wolves fighting within you. Which one wins? And the answer, of course, is the one you feed. the one you continue to feed. It's the same with a wolf. I mean, or a dog or whatever. You feed a dog, it's going to get stronger. You don't feed him, he's going to wither away and die, right? Well, that's exactly the way that it is. In what there's. You probably just saw my dog walk behind me. You probably thought I was talking about him. Did you think I was talking about you? So it's the same way with preparedness, and it's the same way with your attitude and your approach to preparedness. Are you doing it out of panic as a result of so many people, the news, and many preparedness channels, and the whatever driving you that every day there is something to be terrified of? Or are you doing it in a peaceful manner, simply as we say, out of a sense of responsibility, a proper sense of responsibility? I say that preparedness is responsibility. It is the ultimate responsibility, and it is the ultimate in responsibility. Okay? It's our responsibility to take care of ourselves and to prepare to take care of ourselves no matter what comes down the road. This isn't a new concept, certainly. I mean, it's the most historical concept there is. People knowing that life goes in highs and lows, and that during the high times you need to prepare to be able to survive the low times, right? It's only been in the last couple hundred years that people have started living lives that they depend more on getting what their necessities from other people. And of course, when you depend on other people, somebody, I used to have a saying when somebody say, "Hey, you want some help with that?" I'd say, "Nah, you start relying on help from other people, and pretty soon you're relying on help from other people." Well, it's good to help each other, but when you rely on external systems, now you're getting into, you're putting yourself in a position of potential victimhood. In integrative preparedness, I say that the purpose of integrative preparedness is to be able to separate yourself from dependence on all of those external systems over which you have little or no control, and also to be able not just to prepare for when hard times come, but to improve the quality of your life today. Okay. Now that means it means that it doesn't mean that you don't participate in the world around you. It means that you are prepared to separate yourself from it, that you don't depend on it. Okay. For instance, whenever I shoot out here on the deck or in the backyard, a lot of people will say, "Is that traffic that I hear behind you? You sound like you live on a busy road." I live in the suburbs. And then, some people will come with that and say, "Well, you couldn't be much of a prepper if you live in the suburbs." There are a lot of people that live in the suburbs and the cities who are very, very prepared. There's a lot of people that live in the small towns in the country that aren't prepared at all. So it doesn't matter where you live. It matters what you do. It matters your mindset is what matters. What are you planning for? What are you planning against? Do you understand the different things that can happen and what you need to do to prepare to get through them? And it's all about mindset. Another thing, if you're new to the channel, I will say that this is not. I don't talk about beans and rice and how to pack up a bunch of beans and what flashlight to use and stuff like that. That is very, very basic. That is very, very basic, simple preparedness. You can get that anywhere. And that's not what this channel is about at all. That's why I wrote my books. I don't have my books here because I've run out. But if you have read my books, even if you haven't read my books, I'm still the author of the Stonemont series. Yeah, I've written 7 novels, and really they're instructional novels. It's a story of a prepared family who, as a result of their preparedness, was able to continue living well after a total collapse of everything. And not only them, but they were able to help other people and then rebuild community and such as that. And so I put all of my lessons in those books. And there's more lessons in those books than you've probably ever heard from anywhere else. And I say that not to brag, but because I've had so many people throughout the years. The first one came out in 2017. So many people throughout the years, many people who are very, very experienced in preparedness, many preparedness instructors who have said that they have learned so much from my books, the Stonemont series. And so I have put all the basics, plus clear up through advanced, in that series of books. And the titles are The Reversion, The Revival, The Renewal, An Appeal to Heaven, The Blessings of Freedom, Hostages to Fortune, and On Wings Like Eagles, and I'm working on the 8th book now. But I put all those lessons in sequential novels so that you learn while you're enjoying the story. See? And that's what really helps, you get in it. But it's a story, like I say, of a prepared family, and they didn't do it out of panic. They did it as a result of their lifestyle. A lifestyle that I call PMP, preparedness-minded person, because I don't like the term prepper. The term prepper, I just say that prepper is more on the lower end of the preparedness spectrum. So anyway, I didn't finish my thought here. Oh, and if you haven't read the books, I should say this. I don't have any to show you because I've run out, and I'm waiting for the next shipment to come in here in a few days. If you haven't read the books and you'd like to, the links are down below. You can get them either through Amazon or you can get them directly from me through our website, stonemont.us. And I have to warn you that if you get them, I love you get them from me, because then I sign each one for you, and I write a note in each one for you, and you can buy the whole set. You can't do that as through Amazon. You can buy the whole set from me if you want to through our website. And if you do that, then we can give them to you at a discount, because we save money in shipping, blah, 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 okay? But if you order them from me, and I love it when you do that, you have to be willing to wait, because we are always running out. Always. We have been a month behind or more in our order fulfillment for the last 2 or 3 months, simply because we've gotten so many orders. Thank you all who have ordered the books. Thank you very much. I'm not complaining at all, and I thank the good Lord for the success that He's brought the books. But we've just been behind for a while. So if you're willing to wait, if you can wait, a little bit, get them from me. I love it when you do that. If you need them in a hurry, because you're panicky, get them from Amazon. You will learn more than you can imagine. I'll just put it that way. But getting back to what I was saying, to finish the thought here, some people will say, well, you're not much of a prepper. You live in the suburbs, and I hear all that traffic behind you and all that. Well, life in the suburbs is a very high-quality life, depending on what suburbs you live in. Okay, and we live in a very, very nice suburb. And so the quality of life here is exceptional. It's beyond any place I've seen anywhere else. That's why I live here. Okay? But if it all falls apart, like I write about in my books, this will not be where I want to continue to live for very long. It's the perfect staging area. It's the perfect place to live now for me. And doesn't mean that this is a perfect place for you, but it's a perfect place for me, because my family, my kids, my businesses, and all that. But here's the thing. If it all falls apart, I have a place to go. Right. That's part of preparedness. Oh, I should say something also. Yeah, on the website, you can also buy our beautiful, beautiful Stonemont mugs. And somebody said, one guy said, I like the handle. He says, I like to where I can get at least 3 fingers through the mug handle. And I said, well, look, I can get all 4 through there. This is a mug above all mugs. and it's you can get these on the website too if you'd like. Stonemont, where life is good. Prepparedness means always ready, And on the back it has the Bible Axe and Rifles, which is a symbol of Stonemont. Semper Paratus again. And up here our tagline that I always say at the end of every one. And on the sidebar, life the way it should be lived. Are you living life the way it should be lived? Because that's really what preparedness is supposed to help you do, right? You are supposed to be. The good Lord did not put you here to be afraid or to suffer. Oh, I know there's a lot of people that want to say, oh, we're just here to suffer. It's just a bad deal. It's just, well, they read a different Bible than I have. So are you living the life that you should be living? Are you living a life of hope and of responsibility and of determination? I always have to throw things in because I know all the comments that I get from people who aren't familiar with me, and somebody will say, hope is not a plan, because they've heard it, from other people so many times. Hope is not a plan. Nope. But hope is where it starts. Okay. There is nothing you ever done in your life that you didn't do without hope that you would be successful in something. Yeah. You turn that hope into work. And you turn that work and that effort into result. And then you get what you've hoped for, under the direction of the good Lord. So ask yourself this, what preparedness road are you on? Are you on the panic road, or are you on the peaceful road? And peaceful road doesn't mean that you're stupid. It doesn't mean that you're just, floating through life like whatever. No, it's that you have peace. You have peace in your heart and in your mind every day. And that everything that you do is being done according to the will of God, and that it's done responsibly, systematically, and with a purpose, with your purpose in mind. So think about that yourself today, and ask yourself, which road are you on? And most people are on two roads, It's kind of like, going down a country road, right, where there's still a strip of grass in the middle on a dirt road. Well, some dirt roads anyway. The roads to our place, it's still a strip of grass in the middle. But too many people are going down with one foot on one worn side and another foot on the other side, peace or panic, and they're going back and forth like this. Get off of that panic one. Put both feet on the peaceful one. You will be surprised how much more you get accomplished and how much happier you'll be on a daily basis. Stop consuming all the negativity in the world. The Bible says 365 times, do not be afraid. Worry is a part of fear. Do not be afraid. Put everything in your Father's hand, in your Heavenly Father's hand. Do what He tells you, and you'll be in good shape. You'll not only be prepared for what happens tomorrow, but you will be enjoying your life today a lot more. Okay? All right. I'm going to go enjoy my life today, and I hope you are too. So do that little internal audit. Make sure that get yourself off the panic road if you're on it. If you found yourself on it, get on the peaceful and productive road, and you'll be better off for it. Okay? All right. Hey, remember that we prepare well today in order to live well tomorrow. One more sip. Enjoy your day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.